Ok, là c'est bon, ça enregistre. Puis après avec le joystick tu peux bouger le... Ouais. Ça monte pas? Attends, bouge pas. Vas-y, essaie de... Ouais, voilà.
Mais c'est sympa.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Geoffrey Guy et j'habite à Calgary.
Qu'est-ce que tu penses de Calgary?
Calgary est une ville, comment dire, pleine de joie. Il fait froid, il y a beaucoup d'argent.
Genre tu vois d'avoir
Après ça, je peux faire un bruitage derrière, tu vois, je peux... Normalement, c'est des bruitages qui sont faits dans les...
de quoi tu parles.
Je pouvais le reculer encore. Dans les... comment dire...
Parce que j'ai l'impression qu'on est trop près d'eux et ça fait...
Je peux reculer en fait. Sorry. I'm journalist. I don't record you, it's just to show the place.
Just don't record here.
Okay. I record there.
Yeah.
What happened? Open! You got me. Oh, I know. Yeah. Yeah. Give me that now.
Go to alcohols. I'm gonna close the door so you don't get cold. Wet your hands. Thanks, fellas. Yep.
Because it was too cold, right?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Can you explain me what you do?
What do I do? I clean.
You clean?
What do we do? What do you need? How do we survive? The last of us panhandle. We ask for help. It's cold. It is about -30 sometimes in the nighttime. Can't feel my fingertips most days. But we get by. Everybody that's out here helps each other, well, for the most part. But there are also people that are bad. A lot of those too. And there's different gangs, but everybody is for the most part good. And we are a family as such. Everybody lives out here as a family, and we take care of each other.
Some people die sometimes.
Lots of times, of course, yeah, every day.
Like every day?
I use an Anoxin kit. I don't know if you know what that is, but it's a drug to help from people who are overdosing from heroin. And I save approximately 3 people a day on average from overdosing on heroin. So I have to give them my needle, and it brings them back to life. It's becoming worse and worse.
For how long are you in the street?
I've been on the street now myself for 4 months. During the coldest time, I have a girlfriend that I stay with most days. I haven't been able to find her though for a few days because I don't have a phone and neither does she. So it gets pretty dangerous out here in the nighttime. People try to beat you up, rape you, kill you. I've lost all of my things. I had a tent here 3 days ago. I had a tent and it was burnt to the ground from the inside of it. Or my girlfriend inside of it, sorry. And then we rebuilt this over here, another tent, and while we were in there it was stabbed. So we got out fine, but now we just put a tarp over the side and literally slept inside. It's like this tarp here, we put it over the top and close the ends and slept inside it in -40 for the last 5 nights. So it's been cold.
How did you find yourself here? Like,
Addiction, and trying to get help from that, which is not as easy as you think. It's a long waiting list, and no matter what your situation is, it's.
when did you start drugs?
I guess essentially I was molested when I was a child, and I guess since then I've always been an addict of some sort. So it just doesn't matter. I'm not addicted to one specific drug. It's just anything to numb my reality, really.
Kawa, this, I don't know, it's the first one I've been to Kawa down there. 4 years I was sober. Just till recently, when I came to Calgary here, I couldn't find a doctor to give me painkillers, so I started using Down, the pain. Because it is a painkiller in a way. It's a bad withdrawal. The withdrawal is really bad. It's a really good drug for pain because sometimes I can't walk, my toes hurt. It goes right down to my legs, this pain. It's a nerve pain, eh? Twice I pinched my nerve. The third time I'm scared it's gonna really hurt because it hurt the first time. I couldn't walk for a month. And I had my kids that time too. I still got them ready for bus, school. They're growing up. They're 7 and 9 now. So I gave back the kids to my ex. Cause she just had another baby, but Hoping she sobers up and stays sober. First baby. What's up?
We're here, we're just trying to serve people, and we have like some first aid happening over there.
Can you explain us what do you do? What is the job of your association?
Yeah, so we're serving people experiencing homelessness. So people sometimes just they end up homeless due to socioeconomics, poverty, mental health concerns, and often people get stuck into the systems of being homeless, which creates more trauma. And so we're offering basic essentials like food, water, clothing, hygiene, PPE, and then program referrals to help end the cycle of homelessness. And we do that by encouraging access to places like The Source, mental health supports, detox, and programs like that. Unfortunately, we have a large lack of affordable housing here in Calgary and across Canada. And so it is difficult for people to find housing and maintain housing with the cost of living.
And is it getting worse with the pandemic?
It was already difficult during the pandemic, and then before the pandemic, and then during the pandemic, it's just highlighted the need for more supports, and it's really exacerbated a problem that's already existed.
And how is the situation? What is it to be like homeless in Canada with sometimes minus 20, minus 30 degrees?
Yeah, people die outside on the streets every year. In 2019, we lost 123 individuals. And so,
Here in Calgary?
yes, just here in Calgary. And so people die. We're losing a couple people a day due to fentanyl poisoning. So people self-medicate with substances because of the anxiety and depression of being in this state of trauma all the time.
Okay. And
Yeah.
what is the situation? Why is there so many indigenous people in this situation? So I think like most of them are indigenous, and
Yeah.
I would like if you have an opinion about
Sure.
this.
So 70% of all the people experiencing homelessness across Canada are Indigenous. They're overrepresented in this population, often due to the genocide that took place of residential schools and the colonization. And so what's happened now is the last school was shut down in about 1997. And so we see a lot of people that were literally raised in trauma and beaten and abused. And so or their parents were beaten and abused, and so we see this intergenerational trauma that really is why we see a lot of people experiencing homelessness being Indigenous. It's really the healing and the reconciliation that needs to take place still.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, I
do
gotta
have
go
yeah,
though,
no
my
problem.
Tom. He acts like a moose.
Totally. Okay. Nice.
You're indigenous?
Brown. Yes.
Yes,
For which
we are
nation?
Blackfoot.
We're
Nakota
Blackfoot and
Sioux.
Nakota Sioux, so honestly, we come from like Saskatchewan
Yeah.
And Siksika.
and Siksika.
What do you think about what happened with indigenous people in Canada?
I hate it.
I think right now,
I wish we were equal.
And
Of course, we wish that we were equal, but at the same time, I think that of course, equality matters, but I think that nobody should even have no one should have a say in anything. I think that everybody should literally love one another, be equal, and live a good life. You know, it doesn't matter where I'm from. It doesn't matter where you're from. It doesn't matter where she's from or whoever. You know, at the same time, I think at the end of the day, we're all people. We all have personalities. We're all
equal, unless you're an asshole.
And don't you feel equal in Canada?
Sorry?
Don't you feel equal in Canada? Between
I do feel equal in Canada, but partially only because I grew up in the foster care system and I was only helped by white people. Right? She was always with white people, but at the same time, there was a difference.
I didn't even know what a jingle dress was until I actually got told about it, and I was maybe 5 years old when I got put into the foster care system, and they took me and my family out except for my oldest sister. And they literally ripped me out of my home. I literally saw my mom screaming, crying to the police and the child services people to let me go see my mom. They threw me in the car and locked it.
You were in the residential school or?
No, I'm not.
Not residential. It was the foster care system.
And then
if they took her, they stripped her of any kind of identity that my sister could possibly have.
Yeah.
She knows that she's not Native American, she's First Nations. This is where she is. This is who she is, and this is who her people are. But at the same time, she has a really hard time identifying herself because some people don't listen to her. She's 14. She looks bigger than me, but she's my little sister. I'm 22 years old and she's 14. My sister she granted guardianship. She helped everybody.
I actually was my family after 11 years of being in foster care with emotional abuse, physical abuse, and even sexual abuse.
And is it common in Canada for Indigenous people, this kind of story?
Yes.
I feel like this is something that we should speak up about because it happens more than you think. Yes, you can sit there and think that you go to this family and you think everything's okay and fine, but when you live through it, not me necessarily, but my sister, the children below me, my relatives, my brothers and sisters, I have 10 of them plus. They're sitting there, and even to this day, they don't understand what's going on. They have no idea why they're treated so horribly. My sister, you can meet my sister any day, and she's super respectful. She'll tell you anything you need, but at the same time, she's being treated like shit because she's Indigenous. Both of us, all of us. Everybody has a stigma against us, so at the same time, yes, we stand strong, but at the same time, we want to stand strong with everybody else.
You know about the residential school or?
Yes.
We do. I'm 22 years old. My mom was telling me what they did to her.
In what?
They would hit her. They would hurt her. She was always sitting there wondering why everything would happen to her. She had no idea that she could be help. I have siblings. I have brothers, sisters. I'm always here. Things like this always happen. But you know what, they really cover up residential schools to this day. I'm still learning as well. My grandma told me tons of things. Lots. She told us to be strong. She's like, this is what these people do to you. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
It's like, we believe in our culture. We believe in any other culture. We're family people. We love nature. We love life. We love everybody else around us. But everybody looks at us as criminals or savages or people that are
alcoholics or drug addicts.
Imagine being kids like us. I have to go outside every single day and I'm constantly being judged. But my little sister leaves. She goes somewhere. Someone thinks she's 18 years old and then here she is. They treat her like that. she doesn't understand that.
Yeah, sure.
So
And what do you think about reconciliation?
I feel like they're not doing anything because there's places where we're living right now and there's no clean water. Why does Canada have clean water and why do my people not? I thought that our people mattered just as much as everybody else.
Yeah.
My people get to suffer. My people are strong people and they're really like, we can make change. We can have it happen. But we can't have it happen when I'm sitting there raising my nephew in dirty waters. I can't do that.
Everything that's happened, all these uncoverings and all these graves being found, that society does stop to think that, okay, there's something that's really going on here, that went on here, you know. And then I'm really hoping that people are able to really learn about it, right? Like really, because we know about it, you know, like Indigenous people know about it, know what happened in those schools and know what our people have gone through, but the rest of the world needs to be more educated on it, right? Like they can just think, oh, residential school is bad. No, there's more to it than that as well. It goes on and on. All the trauma and just unspeakable abuses, and you know. And I just hope that we are able to be humble and also teach society like what really happened in their schools, you know, and what really happened to Indigenous people, because we were marked as the enemies, but we weren't. You know, we were welcoming. We were just trying to be peaceful people, and this is what happened. Having more things like this, I think, is definitely important, because if we don't have more walks, more events, more anything, like everyone's just going to forget. You know, and then it's just going to go quiet, life's going to move on like it didn't happen. And you know, there's people that aren't here today that are still being celebrated. And I think these children need to be celebrated. You know, these children need to be remembered. You know, what happened to them was bad. It was really bad. And I think the world needs to just remember that, especially Canada. Oh, hey, yeah,